Cheers, everybody. Hello. You know, I was just thinking to myself as I was preparing for a video, which is I'm going to upload later on today, about becoming Paragon or working towards getting Paragon, or how to get like the tier 3 alpha, tier 6 basics from Korean's challenges, and other things, and how and when Eternity of Pain rewards are going to drop. All that stuff later on. There's a quick sneak peek of that. I nearly spat out my coffee going, what the heck is this? So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a calendar. It's a very spicy calendar, and do you have this calendar in-game at the moment? No. I mean, this is my current calendar, which is, you know, still the normal May one. The sling ring charges, of course, top quality side quest content, which is in no shape or form confusing, and the Thronebreaker one, which I currently am at the moment. I'm working towards Paragon whenever I can do it by not spending any money on the game. So, what the heck is going on with this calendar? The Push Further calendar. So yeah, as I said, like I was completely dumbfounded, and I thought, do you know what, we've got to do a full video on this one just to look at like the full story behind it, and also the responses to it. Now, it says in login daily to progress through the calendar and claim your prizes. Missing a day, mate, blah, 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 usual stuff. There is a tier 1 alpha that looks... Yeah, tier 1 alpha times 1. 1,006 star shards on day 2. 3 tier 4 class catalyst on day 3. 1 tier 5 basic on day 4. 1,006 star shards on day 5. And 2 tier 2 alpha on day 6. With on day 7, 1... basic 6-star crystal. That isn't too bad for not doing anything, right? But here is the, you know, the facts of the matter is this person seems to have come back to the game, and then they're getting access to this calendar. Let's face it, if you've been out for a length of time, I would guess the length of time that this player has been away, they probably could achieve the same amount of stuff just by, and they are Thronebreaker, just by doing the content. So let's kind of like let's kind of like agree on that. But I'm sure there will be up for debate as to like the means of getting it and the work that requires it, because it's a bit of a weird response from Command Mike, which I do want to go over. So it's very weird. The player says, don't know why no one else is talking about this cool calendar that Kabam just started. Because nobody got it. Nobody got it. Except for people that come back to the game. So we wouldn't know about it. I'm guessing it's like Eternity of Pain hype calendar event. No. It's free rewards, so I'm not complaining. I know you shouldn't complain. That's good. God, right, let's see what else other people are saying. Exactly, another thread with the same calendar was started and commented on, and just like that, it was gone. So Kabam are removing these kind of like forum posts and threads. So it's interesting. I think that's the biggest thing. Like Kabam sometimes just like remove a lot of these threads on stuff on topics. We've seen it in times where it's just like, look, you know, this needs to be dissected more. In any case, dear God. Right, we need to kind of like figure out some responses there. Sometimes, when's the last time you logged into your account? Sometime last week. I don't know which day though. Okay, well that gives us little not as much information on that, like how long. So someone else says there's seven rewards in long calendars like the one you're talking about. It says week 1, week 2, along with this. Oh yeah, I remember now. There was what is it? What is it? Like the summer canteen type thing. I wonder if Command are going to run the summer canteen as well, or like the summer appreciation calendar. I'm going to probably do a separate video on that one at a later date to kind of go like, well, what happened to that? I'm going to have to make a note of that so I don't forget. I kind of look at like the time frames of when this kind of dropped in the past. Not this calendar, but the summer canteen and you know, the summer appreciation calendar. So I would love to see the summer appreciation calendar come back as opposed to the canteen, because it's just... we all know what happened last year with the summer canteen. My God, that's not good. Right, what has been said? Well, let's go to Kabam Mike here. There's some things that he says here I don't really agree with, because I kind of feel it's a bit weird. As the in-game message tied to this calendar said, which we don't know about, fill us in. This is to help summoners push further to re-engage with content that they may have been having trouble with. That's like everybody in the game. If you have trouble with the content, there's going to be actions to it. Do you need to rank up a specific champion? Because Kabam create a lot of nodes and content that has specific base counters to it. Like, oh, you don't go to a Korean's challenge and go, oh, I take non-specific things that are on the list into a Korean's challenge and expect to do it. No, you've got to bring specific things. I mean, I posted 2 Korean's challenge videos this week using, you don't take, like, if you haven't got a bleed option in Heroes and Foes, Korean's challenge, you can't take a non-bleed champion against the boss. No, that's not going to work. So everything's like trouble. You just find ways around it by working hard. As you all know, from time to time we'll make different offers available to different players. This is an offer at different times, and have done the same for gifts. That's true. That's true. While we've never done anything like this with a calendar before, we felt that this would be a good time to give this a try. Look, we can all agree, if you play other mobile games, number one, when you tap on the screen, it works. Slight joke there. But they do run things like this in the confines of the game. A good example is, sorry to mention this, Raid Shadow Legends, right? Okay. By the way, I haven't done a promo for them in 4 months. They reached out and I'm going to do a promo for them. Look, I've got bills to pay, right? I've got bills to pay. But they do run that in that game. They do it in other games. Return back to the game and you get this. And yeah, Kabam have run it in the past as well, so I understand that. But is that a bit too hefty, a bit too much? Is it a good enticement? Is it not? That's something up for debate. These kinds of campaigns are industry standard, as we just said. And our goal here is to engage summoners that haven't been active in a battle realm lately and to bring them back into the contest. Either nowadays with the current change of like meta, it's... is that too much? Is that too little? That, again, is up for debate on that. We hope this extra insight will lend some understanding of why we run these offers and gifts from time to time and what their intent is. Okay? I get it, but like there's also other ways that you could go about this in the encouragement standpoint. Not just about like, about giving free stuff out, but working towards it, enticing people to work to something. And some games will kind of offer this, where they'll offer some sort of like boost system, a return to the game boost, where certain things are, and this may be a better kind of like thing to kind of encourage players to go, right, well, you get a 20% increase in, I don't know, the amount of gold battle chips in things like arena, like a special type of arena boost, and then content boost as well. Like you generate more ISO by questing, or there's something else again that's more of an enticement. You generate more shards. Not saying like here with a situation of a calendar where you give, where's the calendar? Like here you give everything out for free, but you give more of an enticement to work towards something. So you are working towards, okay, as we said, you do a story quest and your tier 2 alpha volume that you get is more in volume. It means that you're working towards something, and it's not a case of going like, oh, I'll just sit around for 7 days, log in and go, oh, boom, I got the stuff. No, it kind of gives you an incentive, and that I think is a better idea, to give incentive. Now, I'm sure people will disagree with that and go like, well, right, well, it's nice to come back in and feel that the developer gives you love. Well, that's something that should be on a daily basis by the smooth running of the game, engaging input system, engaging an interesting, fun, and I'd say fair enemy AI, things that Kabam still need to work quite heavily on. So there's lots of things that I think will be brought up in conversation about this as to like whether this is something, as we said, fair, moving on, and whether or not it's up for debate. I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if this doesn't derail and kind of like be closed off. Just if there's any other kind of like opinions to kind of like go over with this. Problem is, it's very balanced, and it's very kind of like not balanced. It's kind of there's loads of pros and cons to this, so I think that no one can really have the kind of the right opinion on it, especially kind of looking at, okay, well, who agrees with what, who's disagreeing with what. someone's talking about jealousy. The problem is with a lot of forum threads, it just derails a lot. And I would say there's going to be so many difference of opinions on this. Me, from looking at this, it would be kind of, as I said, for me, if I was to make something to entice players to grind out more, or kind of feel that they're returning back and rewarded, is to encourage them to grind, go play again. And what that will be is increasing the volumes you can take home from rewards by having a percentage increaser. Like, instead of you picking up, in the case of picking up 100 6-star shards, you instead pick up 125 6-star shards. That's not kind of a great example, but maybe looking into kind of encourage them to do things like story mode. So all the stuff that's contained in the calendar is just spread about in boostable aspects of grind. But there may be a fine line as to what Kabam can offer, what they'll look to offer, and also keeping in contact with what is fair and unfair. So I put a link in the description to the forum thread. Have your say before it gets taken down. And what are your thoughts on this particular calendar? Put it in the comment section down below. I'm going to now work on the Paragon video. I was planning to be the first video today, but I felt this is probably a good talking point to talk about right now. And I'll see you in the next video, whenever that will be. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.